Hi everyone, James Hudson here, just having a little walk out in nature. It's something that I try and do as often as I can. I like to do. I just find getting out in some greenery is a great way for my mental health and well-being, and gives me a chance to sort of reflect and think and plan and prepare for what I've got coming up and thoughts about in the future, but also to look back at where I've come from, and think about how far I've come over the last couple of years in business. I find that as L&D professionals, sometimes it's really difficult to get that time out to kind of think about how far you've come and ponder and just take some time out and get away from it all and really think about where you're going and what you want to achieve. The other week I was doing the 3 Peaks challenge, and it got to the 3rd peak, and by this point I'd already completed 19 miles of the circuit, already climbed 2 of the peaks, and this was the 3rd one. And I got to this peak, this almost like sheer cliff rock face in front of me, and by this point I was absolutely agonizing in pain. My back hurt, my legs hurt, I got to this rock face and I just thought, I can't get up there. There is no way I can do this. But I determined in myself that I was just going to climb forward 10 steps, every 10 steps, stop, take a breather, but just make 10 steps forward. So I start scrambling up this wall and literally having to climb up step by step. That's how sheer face this rock face was. So I'm doing it 10 steps, and I felt like ages had gone by. And I'm just still climbing, still aching from every single part of me. I looked up and I thought, God, I'm getting nowhere here. There still seemed to be so much left to climb of this rock face. And then for whatever reason, instinctively or whatever it was, or maybe I just wanted to see how far I had to go back down if I decided to quit at that point, I decided to turn around and look behind me. And I looked down and I suddenly realized that I was over halfway up this sheer rock face. And that gave me the motivation to continue and to carry on and get up the face of that mountain, and complete the 3 peaks. So I think it's the same in learning and development. So many times we get so driven by ambitions, by objectives, by programs and hitting numbers that stakeholders have given us, that we sometimes lose sight of how far we've come. And sometimes we can be so in the nitty-gritty that we forget to actually look and see how far we've come and what we've achieved already. And as I say, for me, doing the 3 peaks, it was that moment of looking back and seeing how far I came that gave me the motivation to go on and complete it. And I think it's something that as L&D professionals we need to do more of, because so often we get caught up in the day-to-day that we forget to look back and see how far we've come. Listen, if this sounds like something that might be helpful to you, taking some time out to reflect, maybe not quite in as beautiful surroundings as this, with trees all around you, but in a city centre hotel in Manchester. I have a learning and development mastermind coming up at the end of this month, the 26th of July. It's going to be a day full of sharing best practices, L&D professionals just like you coming together, working together on their challenges, helping each other. If this sounds like something that would be useful to you, then if you go on Eventbrite and look up the L&D Mastermind, and you can book your tickets from there. We're going to be joined by Richard McCann on the day, who is going to take us through his resilience workshop, which is a key theme at the moment within L&D. Lunch and breakfast are provided. It's going to be a full day of working together with L&D professionals and helping each other to reflect back, ponder and prepare and plan. So I hope you can make it. I hope to see you there, and until the next time, bye for now.